just got back from my retreat with Reset by Design Wellness, and honestly, it was everything. From the moment I arrived, I felt held in every way. The whole experience was so thoughtfully put together that really helped me unplug from the noise and actually reconnect with myself. Every space felt peaceful and intentional, like it was chosen just for rest, reflection, and healing. The wellness activities like the sound bath, the breath work, and yoga was incredibly powerful, and the workshops was beyond restorative. There was no pressure to do anything, just this gentle support and freedom to check in with what I really needed in the moment. One of the biggest takeaways I would say is realizing that this type of retreat isn't really luxury, it's a necessity. Like going to the doctor every year, I plan on doing this every year for my mental, spiritual, and emotional well being. And the community of women, I showed up not knowing a single person and left feeling very deeply connected with everyone. There was so much vulnerability, support, and love, and that's rare, and it was real. Reset by Design Wellness gave me the space, tools, and care I didn't even know I needed. I came home clearer, lighter, and more grounded, and already counting down the days till next time. So, whatever they are planning, wherever we are going, Reset by Design Wellness, say less, I am there for real.
Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Not come on in. Not come. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right.
Hi, everybody. Hey, how y'all doing? I hope everybody is having a good Wednesday hump day. We are coming back for the Ooh Ladies first panel tomorrow. All right. I know I have not put the recording up because we have to do like a little test run this evening. So yeah, I'm excited to get back up here with my girls, and I'm excited for what we doing. We trying to push our shit forward because I feel like we should be much bigger than we are because we have a good group and we on some real shit. So I'm excited to bring back the Ooh Ladies first panel. Okay, let's give it up for that. So the show. Girl, it's so much going on. Have y'all signed up for Thailand yet? Girl, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. I sent it directly to Diva and she was like, I can't do it this time. I'm like, this would have been a good one, for the soul crying and everything. But I'm excited about all the ladies who are coming on this trip and the gentlemen. And I'm excited for Lyric to go to Thailand. Like that's gonna be so fun for us. Because he's never been that far outside of the country. And like Lyric is a big ass kid. Like whenever we go somewhere and he's going for the first time, it's always like watching like a kid, like with this like bright eyed thing where he's just like looking everywhere. And yeah, it's just always fun to watch him like enjoy shit. Um, Girl, got my mullein and my oregano oil, my oil of oregano in a bottle of water. If y'all was wondering what this was. Cause like bitch, what you drinking? Um, y'all, the show. Thank you. Y'all like my wicked cardigan? Listen, it's soft. I really am like realizing how weird I it's like I have to have something soft. I cannot stand fabrics that don't feel good on my skin. And so like I be around my house wearing shit based on how it feels. And it's so funny because like Lyric is like, why is it always so comfortable in here? It's so hard to leave. I was like, ah. 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 Okay. Listen. When I die and they give me sainthood, I want them to align me with a saint that made everybody feel comfortable in real life. As much as I make motherfuckers feel uncomfortable online, in real life, okay, they create like some of the most comfortable space. Every time somebody come to my house, they be like, "Chaka, I see how somebody could fall asleep here." I'm like, yeah, yeah, man. I pride myself on that. Okay, so I just want to say like there's so much to talk about and I feel like it's so all over the place. I don't have a rundown of how I want this to flow. And so this is going to be listen, roll with me. I hope that you guys will enjoy the show and I'm going to do my best to make sure I'm as coherent as possible in all of the things that we're going to discuss today because it's a lot. All right? But first, I want to start with Jada Cheeves. And this commentary is not really about Jada. It's about the people in the comments. It was one of the first posts I saw upon waking up and looking at my phone. And I don't know if y'all know, okay? But usually anger drives me to wake up in the morning. let me straighten that out for y'all, okay? Let me, 'cause in case you didn't understand what I meant when I say that. So when I first get up, I know I need to get up. I don't really want to get up, but I know I need to get up. And the best way for me to get out of my bed faster is if I open my phone and start to look at social media. Usually it doesn't take more than 5 minutes for me to find something that pisses me off. As soon as I find something that pisses me off, that kind of makes my blood start flowing faster. And then I get up and now I know what I want to go and talk about, right? So then I go downstairs and I kiss my dogs and do the whole thing and get my coffee, get my jerk if that's what I'm doing that morning. You know what I'm saying? And I get my mind together for how I'm going to talk about things. I go through social media and but it is the anger. It is the anger that drives. Okay? But I alchemize that shit. Okay? This shit pissed me off. So let's watch the video, let's listen to the video, and then we'll read some of the comments and y'all tell me what y'all think.
Just said if he have a kid, well, if he has a little girl and she's white, he gonna name her Alyssa. I said, how you gonna have a white kid? He says,
if I have a white girlfriend.
Okay.
But if I have a black girlfriend, I'm gonna name her Keisha.
Oh, good night.
Okay. So first of all, I don't know who's teaching your child racism, but he's learning it. Because why Alyssa and Keisha? Like, like kid, like you're barely out of the 2020s. How do you even understand like that reference? I don't know what's going on in the household. The child is being taught racism. Okay? But the main issue here is the comments, y'all. I'm gonna move myself over. The first comment I saw that pissed me off. At least he wants a girlfriend. And I saw that a few times in the comments that it was so many women. I'm just happy he prefers girls. Why? Are you planning on fucking him? Are you planning on orchestrating a get together between your kid and Jada Cheeves' son? Because I feel like that would be doing way too much. Yuck. I feel like y'all don't deconstruct these thoughts that y'all heard from y'all mamas and y'all grandmamas and just the elder homophobic women in the community, y'all have not learned yet to stop thinking this way. To understand a person's sexuality has nothing to do with you. And this is because everybody thinks they're entitled to everybody, men and women. Women feel like they're entitled to every man. So if a man is gay, and I used to say this shit too, y'all. It's not just, this is not a y'all thing. This is a us thing. I don't do this anymore, obviously. But, oh, it's a shame. Damn, that's a shame. And you feel like a little tinge, like, damn, I couldn't fuck him because he's gay. And I would want to fuck him. And you feel disappointed. And you say that out loud. When at the end of the day, that man could have been straight and still not wanted to fuck you. And really, we should want men to get to a point where they don't want to have sex with every woman that wants to have sex with them. We're working on the women, girl, because they're the ones, who end up holding babies mostly, right? They're the ones that end up getting the most responsibility and accountability whenever they decide to get, impregnated by some nigga. But it's just so very, very alarming to me that y'all continue to plot on the sexuality of children. In this day and age, with all of the things that are coming out, and we will get into the Epstein files at the end of this live just to make sure I'm safe. Okay? The second to last thing is going to be Reshona. Okay? So hold on, but I have to be here for a little while before we get into the really gross shit. But I felt like this was so problematic of all of these women in these comments being so happy that this boy, prefers women or prefers girls, as if it matters to them. And also as if it's not harmful that y'all feel like something is wrong for children to be gay. Like, children are going to be gay no matter how you feel about it. I wish y'all would deconstruct. Ask yourself, why do you have a problem with people being gay? If the answer to that is because we're supposed to be here to procreate, you know that that's not true, because people don't have the capability to procreate. Every single person does not have the capability to procreate. Not only that, many people do not want to procreate. And now that we've seen what happens when you force people to procreate, a lot of y'all should not be procreating. So that answer goes out the window. What is your other issue with homosexuality? Oh, is it religion? If you would go and get into that, you will find out homosexuality was not tied to the Bible as a negative until recent years. And that's really so that they can control the populace, because they want y'all to keep making children that y'all are going to let slip through the cracks. Because when you have children you can't take care of, they fall into a system where they can be trafficked. Surprise, surprise. I'm just saying. A lot of them shouldn't be having kids, y'all. They just say crazy stuff. Now, let's see where else we can go. Oh, this is cute. Let's go here. Stefan Diggs is finally letting the world know how he feels about Belcalis. Let's take a listen.
When I was a kid, my mama never came to my game. My mom had to go to work. So for me, like, I would never thought too much about it. But having a significant other support you, yes, it's a level of appreciation, because she's an amazing woman. Like, being there for me, you know what I'm saying, it's hard. I can imagine, you know what I'm saying, I'm a lot to deal with, you know what I'm saying, but I never want to not let her know that I appreciate her for being there, not just for the games, because her being there for the games was just more so for, you know what I'm saying, she wanted to experience it, but she supported me when she wasn't there, you know what I'm saying. She was watching the game, she was texting me before the game and after the game and checking on me and making sure that I was all right. She know that I'd be ready to spaz out at any given time. I'd just be wanting to win so bad. I'd be just, you know what I'm saying, crazy about it. I'm obsessed with the game, so, you know what I'm saying, it's more so just that. It's not so much just her coming to the games because that's just like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I want to see her I want to see her shine, you know what I'm saying? But she ain't that close to the field now. she up in a box. When I was a kid, my mama never came to my game. My mom had to go to work. So for me, like,
I took out my pen and paper, but I'm not even gonna write anything down. I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna stop and go. First red flag. My mama never came to my games. Are you still upset about that? Because you know, niggas don't get over shit that happened in childhood. His mama never showed up to any of his games. That might tell me he has an issue with his mama. And if a man has an issue that he hasn't really resolved with his mama, he gonna have an issue with every woman that he gets into a relationship with. Let's be clear on the red flags. Red flag number 1. Let's go back. Let him continue.
I would have never thought too much about it, but having a significant other support you, yes, it's a level of appreciation because she's an amazing woman. Like, being there for me, you know what I'm saying, it's hard, I can imagine. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lot to deal with.
I would have never put much thought into being in an actual relationship, but it's nice having someone to support you, especially when you are a lot to deal with. When you say you're a lot to deal with, that tells me that you're guaranteed to give a woman a negative experience. What that would like translate to me in my mind is somebody being emotionally temperamental and you never knowing what you're going to get. Meaning that you might hit him up and he'll be having an attitude with you, talking to you crazy because he's upset about a game, upset about something going on with another woman that he has a baby with, upset about something that's going on with his business dealings. But whatever that thing is, and he has a lot of those things going on, if he's upset or stressed out, you're going to bear the brunt of that. I don't know if anybody's ever been in a relationship with a man when he goes through hard times or when he's not really feeling himself. He will say fucked up shit to you. He will be mean to you. He will then go into himself and shut down, stop talking to you, be passive aggressive with you. This is what happens when you're in a relationship with somebody that has a lot going on and they don't know how to emotionally regulate. Hence them being a lot to deal with. I'm going to let him continue.
You know what I'm saying? But I never want to not let her know that I appreciate her for being there. Not just for the games, because her being there for the games was just more so for, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, her coming to the games to support me is supporting me, but I really see it more about her. I see her making it more about her. Me then understanding she's not doing me any favors by coming to these games. She wants to experience it.
And she wanted to experience it, but she supported me when she wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? She was watching the game. She was texting me before the game and after the game and checking on me and making sure that I was all right. She know that I'd be ready to spaz out any given time.
Again, she's putting in a lot of effort to emotionally regulate him. And he's telling us that he has a hard time emotionally regulating because he will spaz out at any time. I'm just taking the words that the man said and telling you what's coming into my mind when he says it.
I just be wanting to win so bad. I be just, you know what I'm saying, crazy about it. I'm upset.
I be crazy about winning. I'm obsessed.
That's what the game. So, you know what I'm saying? It's more so just that. It's not so much just...
And I know what y'all, I know they're going to be men. Well, that's a good thing. He should feel that way. Nobody should be obsessed. Nobody should be obsessed, especially because these games are rigged. What are you obsessed for? What are you obsessed for? Are we going to be real and talk about how some of these games are absolutely rigged? Are we going to be real about it? Or are we going to pretend like an obsession level addiction to a game is healthy? I could be wrong. I could be reading too much into it. I know, girl. I know. If it's too deep, come back later.
Her coming to the games because that's just like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I want to see her shine, you know what I'm saying? But she ain't that close to the field now.
it's like he can't give it to her without combating it with something else. That's another pattern. Every time he says one thing, he has to combat it with something else, right? I want her to see her shine. I want to see her shine, but she ain't that close to the field now. Even his facial expression went from lifting her up to dropping her down, lifting her up to dropping her down. So when you realize that that's the pattern of the relationship, you realize it's toxic. I'm gonna let him continue though.
She up in a box. When I was a kid,
Yeah, she's up in a box. And we know how they love to pull your special famous ass off of whatever stage you on and put you in a box. We know they like to do that. That's me adding extra on the end. You don't have to add that in. But I'ma just say, this is probably not gonna end well. This is giving toxic. This is giving toxic. All right? And because women often do this, I've explained it before. They leave one abusive relationship and then they go to another abusive relationship. The only thing that they understand is that one is better than the other. They don't actually see that both relationships are abusive. And when I say abusive, because a lot of y'all love to be in my comments with that, every woman isn't innocent. I don't know what y'all get out of that. I don't know what you're accusing a woman of in order for her to not be innocent of something. But when I'm directly, specifically speaking about one thing, if you would like something else to be discussed, ask a question or start your own shit. But this need to veer the conversation I'm having away from what I'm saying because you don't like what I'm saying, it's weird. A few of y'all have been doing it. But back to these two. You really, really, really needed to spend more time alone before you decided to have a baby and get in a relationship with this nigga. And as I said at the very beginning, it's because what they will emotionally and mentally take you through. Men and women usually handle relationships the same way. Not all the time, but usually relationships are being handled the same way. She's chasing and he's picking her up and dropping her, picking her up and dropping her. I've experienced that in relationships with men and women, them doing that narcissistic shit to me. Okay, so I'm very familiar. And it's not just men, but at large. Men do this in relationships with women. We can talk about all of the problematic things about Belcalis. But at the end of the day, Belcalis is a woman coming from one abusive relationship going into another. A man is a fucking, I don't know what to really say about Stefan, except for Stefan is a tornado that will come into your life and fuck it up. Right? He's gonna come in. Y'all are gonna have a good time. Y'all are gonna have that good, obsessive, nasty ass sex that you get addicted to. And then he's gonna start pulling back on compliments, saying little weird shit about maybe something you have on or something that you said. And that starts to make you feel insecure and unstable in the relationship. And so that makes you try really hard to make sure you're doing everything you can possibly be doing to make that person happy. You're cooking, you're cleaning, you're sucking, you're fucking, you're doing all of the things. You're resting in your feminine, you're raising your voice 2 octaves. You're doing all of the things that you're supposed to be doing in order to keep a man. And it still has you feeling unsettled and unsteady on your feet. And that's because men like this enjoy, and people like this enjoy the ability to pull you around like a string, especially because you're so powerful, because you're so famous, because you're so who you are. It means even more to be able to emotionally manipulate you. But yeah, Cardi's not going to listen. So this is not for her. This is for y'all who need to recognize this when you're experiencing it, because that's why I do this. Because when I was going through it, I didn't know what the fuck was happening. I didn't know what was going on, girl. It took other people talking about it in order for me to recognize what the fuck I was going through. And that's why I talk about it here. Okay? Nobody really gives a fuck about Stephon Diggs and how he's out here being a stylish whore. Nobody really, really cares. Okay? This is just an example of what we go through as people in general, in the community. Let's move on. He said more.
You put to get into the Super Bowl. What is your favorite Cardi B song?
Lo siento. Let me think. I can't say it. It's an old song, but it's PAW backwards.
That's my favorite too.
Easy now.
That you put.
Oh, he's territorial. And seeing someone liking her songs is them liking her or trying to take him from her. Yes, let's all be very careful. Oh my God. The guy is on his P's and Q's. He's very, very like he's on it. Let's see. Another reporter asked if he would give Cardi B a ring if he wins a ring. And I'm like, why are y'all doing this? And this is what we talk about, like pushing marriage on people. Because why is this even a conversation? That girl ain't even fully divorced from the last nigga yet. And y'all asking if this wayward nigga is going to give her a ring. Can we pause? Can we chill? Right. Like, why? He couldn't say why? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Maybe the kids were watching.
Question: after you get your ring, is Cardi getting her ring? Proposal?
It's on the agenda, maybe, right? Right? I gotta get mine first.
You're getting it. You're gonna win. Question:
This would be a great time for Cardi to deconstruct what her culture has imparted on her as a woman. This would be a great time for that. This would be a great time for you to deconstruct the misogyny that you've been groomed to believe, because it just feels like, I don't want to say competition. It does feel like they're in a competition with each other on some level. On some level, I got to get mine first. Like that. And this is why he shouldn't have said anything. When he wasn't speaking on her, now I understand why he wasn't speaking on her, because whatever he says, we're going to break it apart. And when we break it apart, we're going to see him more clearly. And when we see him more clearly, then I think we become more aware of how chaotic he is up here. Because I feel like he's just saying so much. Like the facial expressions, like it's a lot being communicated in the simplest of words if you're like able to pick up on it. And people, again, will come to my channel, watch me do all of this extra extensive shit, reading the shit out of people's body language, and then tell me I'm thinking too deeply into things. And I'm okay with being wrong. But this is one of them situations where I'm going to keep telling y'all, we're just going to have to wait and see. We're just going to have to wait and see, girl. But I don't know how much writing on the wall needs to be there. Like, my God, is it a Destiny's Child album or fucking what? The questions are annoying. Like, I don't like the questions about Cardi in general. Like, it's just really like, ugh. Like, stop asking questions about what he's going to do in the relationship with her. Like, let them people be. Let them be. My God, let them be. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, let's go here. Brittany Renner, 4 days ago, y'all. So this is like old news basically. But I never listened to it, and I wanted to listen to it with you guys so we can see what Brittany Renner, this audio message from Kevin Gates. It says, "Is your child bride pegging you with that 9.5-inch strap on yet? I'm your mommy and your daddy. Now be gone. Patreon loading." So Brittany Renner is insinuating that Kevin Gates likes to get pegged in the ass. That is not a surprise. Do not put this man on blast for stuff like that, because it comes off as slightly homophobic. But I do understand, like, don't play with me, nigga. Don't play with me, okay? Don't act like I didn't have you in a vulnerable position with your gooch to the sky. Don't do that. Don't act like I wasn't on top of you serving up, you know, hard silicone dick. Did y'all know that dildos were made by a black man? Black history is amazing. A black man created dildos and basically the first version of a strap on because he got into a car accident, and then became paralyzed from the waist down, but still wanted to fuck. And so he developed the silicone strap on that we now use today, okay, in the sapphic community. And now apparently in the heterosexual community where men like to get their G-spot hit. Listen, I don't judge people. I don't judge people.
Say, bro, so you don't want to be my friend?
So he sent her this. He must have sent her this. He must have sent her this week. But this is what he sent her. Y'all, I hate this so much because as soon as I heard it, it reminded me of somebody. Like when people like to laugh at you when you get angry.
So you're not my friend no more, that's what you saying? But why you don't want to be my friend, bro? Say, bro, so you don't.
Bruh, when I tell you I'm laughing because I know somebody that for the longest, that's how I would get mad, stop talking to her, and then out of nowhere I would get some message or some text after like 3 months of not talking to each other, like, oh yeah, you're not talking to me, you still not talking to me, you still not calling me, you still not answering my phone calls, that type of shit. And that would get a bitch right back. Cause then now it's funny. Now I'm not mad no more. Bro, leave me alone. And then, yeah. This is why I talk to y'all about this, because I know so well about these psychotic ass relationships. Run from niggas like this. Run from niggas like this. Okay? Run. It's so easy to fall back. Ugh. Yeah, y'all. That's crazy. She said she gonna come out with a Patreon. I can't wait to hear. I can't believe it. You outing him after you had on a burqa. What's that about? Like, you was willing to do whatever. Don't do that. Don't come out here trying to out that man because you was putting 9.5 inches of dick in his, and you know what I'm saying, his rooter tooter. Don't put that man on blast like that. That's not right. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be like that, girl. Tell us tell us the truth. Like, if you want to come to us about Kevin Gates, won't you tell us about how he actually treated you? Don't come and tell us that he was getting fucked in the ass, because he already told us, he didn't already told us a lot about himself that let me know that if nobody cared about people being gay, Kevin would be fucking everybody. So that's probably what he's doing. If everybody just closed their eyes, like, let's be real. Like, y'all gotta be real with yourselves about this. Like, a lot of y'all don't be wanting to be real about this. But most of these niggas, if they was all in the dark and nobody would find out, they would fuck anybody. They would fuck anybody. 9.5 is crazy. It is, but he's a big man. If anybody can take it, I'm sure he can. Like, he's a big guy. You know what I mean? It's a big dude. Get that shit away from me. Okay, front, back, side to side, get that shit away from me. My God. I remember listen, I'm not going to get into that, but I don't know why the lesbians always like to pull out big ass dildos. Like, bitch, be fucking for real. Like, be fucking for real. Stop coming around here with them big ass things. Like, what was I supposed to do with that? It's been 2 times in my life that some stud chick then pulled out some big ass dildo on me, and I'm just like, I'm too petite for this. I don't understand. Like, who did you think I was? Do I look like a 5'11" bitch or something like that? Look at me. I'm 5'3", bitch. Just because you have ass does not mean that extends the length of your vagina. Like, that's not that's not how any of this works. My God. Let's just say it's never been done. Real ones only. It has not been done because they always stepping to me on some weird, like, what about to do with this? Anyway, sorry, y'all. Don't worry about that. My editor will edit this out. Don't tell nobody I told y'all that. Moving on. All right. Lala and Martell Holt get real about gender roles and what each brings to love. Now, before we get into whatever bullshit we're about to listen to, I want to just come to y'all and admit that I don't like Stormy. I tried. The first time we interviewed Stormy from Love and Marriage Huntsville, who is now going to be on Bell Collective, Alabama, or whatever the fuck they going to be, I tried, but her attitude, like her energy was off to me when we interviewed her. I'm not even going to lie. Like, it was like, why it's a little stank. Like, what is that about? And then I forget that people thought that I was in Melody's pocket because I, could see what was going on the show with the way they would use her as a scapegoat and, just be very weird about somebody that obviously pulls back whenever they feel like it. The response to that is not to get overly emotional. It's to allow them the space to do whatever the fuck they need to do and just go on about your way. But people on this show could not like deal with that. So every time Mel would pull away from them, it's now they're being slighted. And to me, Stormy came into the situation like, I want to be your friend. You're not allowing me to be as much of a friend to you as I would want to be to you. So now I'm mad with you. So now I'm going to go inside with the other people that have been against you. And I'm going to be their friend. And then I'm going to go and be friends with your ex-husband who was abusive towards you. And then even after all of that, when it's all over and I'm extremely successful and I'm selling out and I'm a cajillionaire on TikTok, selling products left and right, working with all of the celebrities, okay? I'm doing all of this amazing shit. I'm still going to go and get your abusive ex-husband to come and be on my live. And I just would enjoy at some point in a perfect world, women would stop giving men these types of opportunities when they have shown up as a man that does not like women. Martell has said things and done things that should let you know that Martell does not like women. He views women as basically things for him to own, things for him to use, right? I don't understand why, as women, if you see that a man is moving like this, even if you don't like his ex, why? Why is this the thing that you do? You repeatedly give him opportunities. You liken yourself to him. You form a relationship with him, knowing that he is extremely like abusive and misogynistic. He says incredibly disrespectful things about women, including the fact that women should not be withholding sex from men that they're just dating. He thinks he's above women. He thinks he is the prize and that women should be groveling in front of him for the opportunity to be with a nigga that can't pass an open book test. And so, yeah, at this point I can say I don't fucking like Stormy. Because why? Because this is her thing. This was her shit. Even though Lala Anthony's products are also here, this was like a collab between Stormy's company and Lala Anthony. Because when I saw this shit on live, I was just like, because I was actually on TikTok that day and I saw the shit and I was just like, why is he there? Like, I be watching her stuff and, I like, okay, girl, I don't use all of them different, because a lot of times, y'all, all them different scents and shit make me break out. I used to have eczema. So if I do too much with the scents and the body stuff, like, that's why I don't even use Melody's, face stuff, because I can't use everybody's stuff. I got to go to my dermatologist, girl. I have eczema. Okay. So it's not even like you don't want to support people. Right? I'm always like enjoy seeing Black women do very well in whatever space that they are in. When they are doing their thing, they making their money, they doing great. I love that for them. But then I see these things and it make me feel like, oh, bitch.
I did say that I want to learn how to cook more. I do think it's important, and I don't think it's important just from like getting a man standpoint. I think it's important to just like know how to cook.
Well, I'll tell you what, we know you guys can get a man. The thing is keeping a man.
So
it's about keeping a man.
So you have to cook.
You have to show certain things that a man that a man is attracted to.
Okay.
Not just how beautiful you are.
Okay.
He needs to be attracted to like your cooking. He might want to see you clean a little bit just here and there. You know what I'm saying?
See, now You went from okay, all right. So,
So
let's
you're from New
okay.
York. I'm from Alabama. I'm
y-
southern state.
Okay,
You know.
so explain that to me, Martell. So the woman, wait, we went from has to deserve your love, has to cook at least 2 times a week.
She putting words in my mouth.
But you said 2 times a week, and now clean every once in a while.
And I feel that a woman should do certain things to really express or show her love toward her man.
Okay.
Because again, a man,
I did say that I want to.
us coming in and taking care of you guys, that's already like showing that I love you.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Because we know that a man's really gonna pay most of the bills.
Okay.
He's taking the trash out.
Mind you, Martell, you were not really paying the bills. You and Melody had a business together, and she did primarily all of the work in the business, which is why you weren't able to regain the same, he wasn't able to regain the same amount of money he was making off of a business. He didn't have any licenses. He didn't have any of the things that she had in order to have that business. So again, we're listening to a man tell you about how to keep a man who could not keep a woman. We have a man here that's telling you about all the things a man is going to do, but he was not doing those things. And he was cheating repeatedly.
Anything goes wrong, he's gonna do it.
Getting other women pregnant.
He go put gas in your car.
Okay.
He's gonna make sure your car.
So he's paying bills, putting gas in your car. You need to cook, clean, fuck whenever he wants to, allow him to cheat, and be prepared for any STDs he may bring home to you, since he likes to go and have unprotected sex with young, desperate women.
Car's clean. He's gonna do all those manly things.
Okay.
You get a flat tire, I'm gonna come fix it.
Okay.
You know, and if I can't, I'm gonna get the wrecker over there to tow it or whatever. But I'm
Okay.
doing all that. So, from a woman's perspective, how are you gonna show up for your man?
Got it. And,
Question.
Oh, that's a question.
How are you gonna show up? All those things I just named, that's me.
Okay. I'm going to show up. I am a caretaker. I take care of the person that I'm with.
Like how though? Because it almost like I got a child. I'm a grown man, right?
Caretaker. I am a nurturer. I will make sure you have everything that you need. I will make sure you're supported. I will make sure you're
Us coming in.
loved, and I will make sure that you feel it. And I think that cooking is not my strong point, so I can show that in other ways.
Okay.
Cleaning, fine. I think I actually enjoy cleaning to like clear my mind and
Yeah,
make me
very
feel
relaxing.
organized and a safe space and good. So I'm good with that.
Okay.
It's just the cooking thing.
Yeah.
Like I just got.
You never thought about taking classes or anything like that?
I'm so busy that it was never like at the
Okay.
top of my list, but I hear it come up so much that I'm loved.
Because men want servants. Because apparently you can have a lot of money and can't pay people to cook. Women have to be doing these things because women have to be subjugated. You don't even understand how men view the service industry, period. Think about it. People that actually work in the service industry, that are cooks, that are waitresses, that clean hotels, the people that actually do that work barely get paid any money because our patriarchal society decides that those things are not deserving of a lot of money. They take a lot of time. They're a lot of the times hard work, back-breaking work sometimes, standing on your feet, dealing with a whole bunch of different people all the time. Like those are hard jobs, cooking, cleaning. That happens in the actual service industry. Translate that to how you want a woman to be in the service industry for you. Even if that's not who she is, you want a woman to turn into a servant for you. Cooking and cleaning in this respect is being a servant. Because why is that even a thing? A man that can pay for all of the bills should be able to pay for a cleaner and should be able to pay for DoorDash and going out to restaurants and shit. We are not in 1999. We're not in 2006. You can literally order food, whole entire meals from restaurants every day. People will deliver the shit to your house, taped in a box. So why do men in 2026 still persist with the idea that women have to have the criteria of a maid and a cook in order to be considered a valuable woman to a man? Why? Because it is subjugating work. In their minds, it is servant work. And you have to be able to be a servant to them in order for you to deserve their love. Deserve. I don't like that word. I have a problem with that word. A lot of times when people use the word deserve, I don't really like the context in which it's used. But yeah, so it's obvious that Stormy is a marketing genius, right? That's what she's really good at, marketing. And so Stormy knew that having Martell on her live would bring people in, first of all, because they would want to see what he's going to say, because they knew he would say something stupid or something crazy or outlandish. They also wanted to see how he got along with Lala Anthony. Could they be a match? All of that, these problematic conversations that they're having, all of that, either way, was going to be great marketing to have people on the live to buy the products. That's why she did it. And that's great. And I hope she made all the money. I just don't like it. You could have had somebody else on here to have a problematic conversation to get views. Why did it have to be him? Anyway, girl, that's them people business. Let them do what they gonna do. Let's move on. Now, I want to come and correct the story that I did last week. Apparently, y'all, Shaka Khan slams fake news, warns fans about AI hoaxes and false Netflix docu claims. Oh my God, you mean to tell me they didn't pay you a lot of money to do this? They should. Music legend Shaka Khan is speaking out after false AI generated posts about her health and career began circulating online. In a shared message on her official Instagram account, Khan and her team urged fans to be cautious and not fall for viral misinformation. Shaka and her team want to remind everyone to be cautious about false AI generated posts circulating on social media. The statement reads, the post makes it clear that the singer is perfectly healthy, directly pushing back on rumors suggesting otherwise. Well, I don't know who said that. The message also shuts down claims about a supposed Netflix project, stating that stories about a documentary or other so-called breaking news tied to Khan are not real. Her team emphasized that none of the circulating reports should be trusted. If information does not come directly from Khan's official social channels or her newsletter, it should not be trusted. The post continued. Fans were also asked not to click, comment on, or share the misleading posts, noting that engagement only helps misinformation spread. For accurate updates, Khan encouraged supporters to subscribe to her official newsletter, directing them to the link in her bio. The post ends with a clear call to action aimed at stopping the spread of fake narratives before, sorry, my eyes be getting tired, before they gain traction. Yeah, I'm really tired of AI in that way. I'm really tired, because why would you make something like this up? What's the point of that? Was the point of it so that somebody might actually decide to do it? Was that the point? Because that might have been smart. But outside of that, why lie? Why are we lying? What is the point? Are we that bored? You can go pull up old clips that will still get engagement. People don't see shit all the time. People don't always know about stuff that happened. You can go and find old posts and talk about true shit that people might have forgot about. Stop making shit up. What is wrong with y'all? I'm so tired of AI. I'm tired of how real it looks these days. You can't even tell the difference now. We used to be able to tell, like, look at the fingers and shit. Okay, look at the background. Now all of a sudden, my God, on today, everything be looking real. So yeah, y'all. Unfortunately, Shaka Khan is not gonna have a Netflix special next year. Damn, I was looking forward to that. Y'all want to know a little in between before we get to the next story? Do y'all want to know something I saw online? I'm not gonna bring up here. I'm not gonna put up here. Okay. But something I did not know about that happened back in the day. So apparently, when Amy Winehouse died, Neil Patrick Harris from How I Met Your Mother and Doogie Howser fame had a morbid cake of Amy Winehouse's dead body made for a Halloween party the year that she died. And there are pictures online. You can go and Google it. But there are pictures online of this morbid ass cake. Like her, face all stretched out, neck stretched out, blood, gore on her face, like just, and it was a cake and people were eating it. I don't think Neil Patrick Harris has ever commented on why he would do such a weird fucking thing. Yeah, I had no idea. I liked him. I don't like him anymore. Because what the fuck? Especially now that we understand, all of the eating people that's happening. There's a lot of eating people that's going on, girl. And it's bothersome to my spirit. And we've always known that they did this because they, historically, if you know anything about the history of slavery and what they did to Black people, feeding us to alligators, eating our bodies, they go around eating the bodies of, people in Egypt. They will go and disrupt those people's graves and then eat their bodies and shit. Yeah, like there's so much, girl, that we found out that we all thought it was just a horror movie, girl. Oh no, it's not. Motherfuckers are doing that, and they're now in charge of the government. So speaking of fake AI, this right here had been circulating around from Michael Rappaport's rat face, disgusting, deplorable, racist ass. Y'all have got to stop letting white boys who pretend to like hip hop music come into the community. And the way you would be able to tell that these white boys are actually racist is how they treat Black women. If they are unnecessarily vile, hostile, and violent towards Black women the way Michael Rappaport has been, then you would understand that they actually hate Black people. But they know Black men are the most gullible to white men. As much as y'all talk about women, Black men are the most gullible to be impressed by white men, which is why so many times, we see y'all uplifting racist, like Andrew Schultz is another one. Like, would we be talking about these people if a Black person had not put them on the map or made us give a fuck? Yikes. So these were AI photos that were going around of Zoran Mamdani and his mom. And what we understand is that if anybody was around these people as a child, they would probably have been abused. There were a few of these. I thought they were fucking real because they look so real. Now you can see the background, the difference in the background. Like you can see it here. But there were other ones where it wasn't as obvious. And now I guess he's running Rappaport for mayor of New York City in 2029. So you're going to start off with misinformation. And then he came out later and said he thought it was true. No, you didn't. You didn't think this photo was real. You couldn't have. Look at the background behind her head. But yeah, y'all, this is the type of shit that's going on. It's weird. Y'all are gross. Speaking of, hold up. Yeah, let's go here. Gross people. NLE Choppa. Back on my screen again. Y'all, it's so much going on with NLE Choppa. We're just going to go through it and just see how we feel. So just roll with me down to, a lower level of niggerdom than I actually like to go. NLE Choppa slams baby mamas in their deadbeat dad in gay allegations, pulls receipts with his mother, then drops diss track on them. And one of the main reasons why I would want to come to y'all with this is that the fact that there's a woman responsible for this man and she's here on screen, I have to hear what's happening. Let's take a listen.
I'm trying my best to stay composed, and because this the version of me that I've been trying to hide from people and like get away from sometimes. But I do feel like today is the day that we just make a big ass PSA about certain shit that's been going on, cause some stuff be happening and it's getting unaddressed. And I'm tired of taking a high road for certain motherfuckers. So, them Hawks and them Eagles gotta come down sometime. I'm 2 feet on the ground planted. We finna come down and we finna dive into the nitty gritty since my life is so public because of other motherfuckers doing. Since it's so damn public and shit, we finna motherfucking make it even more public, but we finna give another side of the story so y'all can have two things. But
It's absolutely giving Keke Palmer's mama.
you know, they say it's two sides to a story. One person, the other person, three. One person, the other person in the truth. Well, I'm gonna let
Oh, I know she whack. She's responsible for him. Like I do math in my head, right? And so if the child ain't shit, the mama can't be shit. I'm like, I'm sorry. I very rarely do you find a good mama. Okay, a good, respectable. I have sense. I'm not a pick me. I'm not excusing my son's bad behavior just because he pays the bills. Mama, it's very rare that you find a mama that the subject, the child who is grown into an adult, is a nigga like NLE Chopper. Somebody failed, and usually there is no daddy. So I would always assume that the mama was, grossly negligent pick me. That's what I would. That's what I would
know
think.
something. Ain't shit out them motherfucking bitches' mouth was the motherfucking truth. I literally just watched the bitch raise her right hand in court and start lying. I'm talking about, listen, man, this shit going on too long, bro. Listen, it's time to put that belt down, man. I ain't even gonna lie. Mama got receipts right here. I got my receipt. Listen, I ain't gotta go through the screenshots and all of the text messages and do all the weird shit. For one, let's address one thing. Bitch, don't try to call me gay because you ate my ass. Let's not do that. See, for one thing, don't try to call me gay because you ate my ass. I'm gonna
in front of your mama. Y'all must be friends.
Kick it off from there. You hear me? You know I ain't gay. You know that. You've said in the past, my baby daddy ain't gay.
That's what a woman says when she's with you and she's trying to protect herself from people going, your nigga gay. He don't really like you. Because that's hurtful. And people do that. So of course she's gonna say you're not gay. But I just want to tell everybody, if you're not walking around with him and his dick every day for his entire life, you can never really know. And I need you to sit with that. If you're not walking around with him and his dick every single day, then you could never really know. And the assumption that y'all think y'all know because, I know my nigga, girl, please. Don't lie to yourself. Don't delude yourself like that. That's sad.
But she want to paint me out to be this name. And whoever walked that life, man, listen, stay brave, brother. Stay brave.
I'm sorry, that shit was funny. And whoever walking that life, stay brave, brother.
Sister, walk that life. But stop putting that shit on me, man, because y'all know I don't play like that. I ain't never been pegged. I ain't never been entered. None of that.
Because if you've been entered, you're less valuable. That's how this system works. In case y'all did not peep it, like the patriarchy thing and all of that, like one of the rules is that whoever gets penetrated lost. That's basically how they think as well. That's also problematic. And it's like, well, see, we was always losing then, women. We were always going to be losing. This is why they don't want to admit, that they like to have their back door tickled. Hey, man, listen, again, stop with the judging. Stop with the judging.
I want to put that motherfucking tongue on that gooch of that ass, man. I ain't going to stop her, P.
Hey, listen to me, young women. I love y'all for real. But listen to me. If there's any young girl out there, let me tell y'all something. Do not attempt to do nasty shit to niggas to prove how down you are or to prove how much you want them so that you think they will then want you in return. Don't ever go about being with a man in that way. Because the nastiest shit that you do with them, they will then use it against you later. And they will, in their minds, even though they enjoyed it, they will then turn you into a whore because you did it. They will look at you as if you're dirty because you did it. Yes, they enjoyed it. They might have wanted you to do it. But when you did it, it then made you disgusting in their minds because they fucked up everybody's mind. Y'all can't just enjoy sex. You have to add some shame and guilt. You have to make it dirty, right? So please understand, do not do this for men that have not licked your ass first. Please listen to me, young women. If that man ain't, and listen, I don't even want y'all to do that in general. Like, I've been with this nigga almost 20 years. I have yet to lick this nigga's ass. That's not happening. I don't know what's going on with everybody. That's y'all business. Okay? But I have a real man. And when I say a real man, I mean like he a man. Like he big and hairy and all. Like, I'm not, like, what? What are we doing? I'm not doing that. Like, what? That's too much. Okay? That's way too much. Please. Now, I'm always on the plate. Okay? Always on the plate. And from what I understand, I'm seasoned well. Okay? So, listen, young women. Listen to me. Stop being out here going straight for the gooch because you want to prove something to a dumbass nigga that's going to throw it in your face later on so he can prove how nasty your ass is. Please don't do it. Please protect yourself. Protect yourself, young women, because these niggas will use it against you. I know you think you can trust him. I know. Don't do it. Don't do it, Miss Sealy.
First thing. Next thing. And I'm going to make a list. And we're going to go down this shit and set the record straight. Man, we finna set the record straight. Because y'all got the right, the wrong, I don't know if I'm the right or the wrong motherfucker. I'm both of them today. I'm the wrong and the right motherfucker.
These the type of mamas that I think really like women, but didn't feel free to like women. Because there's a level of living through their sons that happens, kind of like Mama D, that it makes you feel like, bitch, do you want to fuck these? Like, do you wish that you was young and you could be out here wearing these women out? Because what is this energy? Did you just like enjoying this conversation about your son talking about his gooch getting ate out? Like, it's a lot going on here and you're just very calm.
You have a problem with it. My fault, man. I ain't mean to jump the gun on that. I calm down a little bit because I'm going to be civilized. I'm going to try my best to be civilized. But we running down the line with receipts. How it coming? Because she got the shit more structured.
Get to
it,
first
nigga. To admit, I'm a little emotional right now. Yeah.
Get to
I'm
it.
a little bit on 10. Yeah. I'm on it. Yeah.
Telling us to watch to the end. Bitch, you should have edited all of this shit out. Why the fuck we gotta hit? I'm sorry. I know y'all at work. I'm sorry.
Anything. Man, listen, bro.
I'm sorry.
I ain't gotta deflect no energy. I could give her all the ammunition. She could shoot everything she got.
This nigga got braces?
Ain't nothing gonna stick. Cause I'm a real deal Holyfield. I'm a real nigga.
Cool. I don't know what you think that mean. But you can, I hate to say it like this, but I think men really don't understand. You can get bent over. I don't know what you screaming into your phone about. I'm real. Man, listen, a bigger nigga will bend you into a pretzel, my dude. How big, like this, ain't he like a slim dude? Like you slim, you ain't that tall. Like calm down. So you can get bent up into a pretzel. Calm down. A bigger bitch could bend your ass up into a pretzel. Chill out. You ain't got to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't believe you. Stop telling us.
She holds no jurisdiction.
I work from home.
Whatever ammunition. Hey, shout out Finesse 2 times. He motivated me to get on this bitch and start talking to y'all laugh. She holds no jurisdiction. Give her all the ammunition she got. What's she gonna say? She gonna say I'm gay? What a receipt said? She gonna say I'm an accidental. Man, come on, bro. Hey. I ain't even gonna say too much about that. Hey.
This nigga hard to look at this close. Like he a little too close to the camera. I want him to back the fuck up away from me, nigga. Like yo, ooh, like I know it's you, like ooh, like you just reeling, like back up.
Man, listen, read between the lines, read between the fine print. What you gonna say, Marissa? You gonna say I'm gay because you ate my asshole? Huh? I ain't tell you lick my nipples. I think that's a little weird. Don't play with my nipples.
I'm sorry. So the nipples up top, that's a no-go. But the space between your ass and your balls, you enjoy that. I don't know. I don't know. Again, like whatever feels good, feels good. It's fine. It's okay. But the judgment that you're putting on things is problematic to me because I don't believe any of this tough shit. It doesn't give, I'm tough, so I won't fuck a man. That's not what it gives.
If you eating that man going down in that Gucci, you go a little lower than, hey, man, P, that's you.
And so now we've moved past the gooch into the actual asshole. So once we get to this part, once we get to the fact that you actually do want the ass play, see how it feels like you're lying? Because like at first it was like, I don't take nothing in my ass. Now it's like, I might take a little tongue in my ass. I might.
But show me when I had intercourse with something else other than mine. Outside of your sex. Show me that. Or gender. Whatever the fuck it is. I've been on Mariah a little hard. Let's go to Marissa. Let's tell them how you move the goalposts every time I try to see my son. The same son you claim I starved when you brought him over the hotel for literally 4 hours. How do I start? Mama, can you be starved?
You can't starve, but you could not feed him for the 4 hours that he was with you. And by the time he got with his mom, he was starving. Like not actually starving, about to die, but like hungry. And I believe her. Because to me, you give emotionally dysregulated. I also feel like your mama seems like a mean-spirited person and she raised you, so I don't trust her around no kids neither. It gives. I might not even give a fuck about my grandkids, especially if I don't like their mamas, right? Like I don't know you, lady. I don't put anything past anybody. You raised him. I don't know what you did to that boy. But what it does give is that we've already been up here talking about how CPS got called on you about the daughter. And now you're not feeding the son? I'm going to let him continue.
In 4 hours.
Why you just laughing and not saying nothing, mama? You're weird.
Man, listen. My baby real mama brought my baby to the hotel. She came and got the baby back.
You about to say kidnap? People can't kidnap their own kids.
Because she was mad that the real mama brought the baby to the real daddy.
What?
And bro, listen, bro. Listen, but I don't even want to get started with her because it really get nasty if I start talking about Marissa and bro, them motherfucking little receipts y'all posted with them screenshots, that was y'all atomic bomb. That's why y'all quiet. And that bitch ain't do nothing, nigga. That bitch ain't do nothing. Ain't do shit.
Okay. I don't want to hear your diss track, so I'm going to stop right there. But it feels like there's a lot of anger. I don't know what the mom did, but the man is screaming into his phone about his sexuality because his baby mamas thought it was cute to, I guess, be mad about whatever he's not doing or whatever he is doing, and then you decide to come to the internet and tell us that he's gay? I don't doubt, like, I don't doubt that he likes boys. But I also feel like I don't really care, and it's lame when y'all do that. And I wish y'all would stop. It doesn't matter if he's gay or not. You still fucked him. This is why I don't understand why y'all can't be cool with men being bisexual. See how y'all end up fucking niggas that's fucking with men anyway? See how that happens? If this were true, I don't know. I don't care. But if it were true and he was having, romantic or sexual relationships with other men, then you would have still had a baby with him. You're his baby mama. So you would have still have fucked him. Now what? Now what? Listen, I'm going to leave y'all alone in y'all delusions. There was more though. There was more from NLE Choppa because him and Blueface were in a back and forth. And oh my God, we're going to reach into even more depths of hell for a second. Let's see.
Blueface, I'm gonna decline your offer with a way better proposition for you.
NLE
You feel me? Because we know you owe 23 million.
Denies boxing match with Blueface, says he'd rather put our sons side by side and let them show who was raised right. So instead of you fighting another man, you want you guys' sons to fight? I'm gonna let him finish because I'm just, again with the CPS, somebody get the kids away from him. What is going on?
$1 million to that club for one. You owe another 100,000 to Soulja Boy, baby mama. So your goal is to get me to fight you to help pay off your debt. Okay, cool. I understand that, right? So that's my reason to not fight you. Cause I ain't finna help you pay your debt, but I got a better proposition for you, nigga. How about this? Blueface, I'm gonna decline your offer. Take your son and stand him beside my son.
Your whole energy is really. Is anybody seeing this nigga? I don't know what this energy is. I'm guessing it's some sort of performance, but.
And let's see which one of them motherfuckers know how to operate. Let's see, hey, hold your son beside my son. Let's see which one of them can hold their head up. Fuck, nigga. Huh? How about that? Yeah, nigga.
You know he has another son, right? You know Junior is not his only son, right?
Put your son beside my son. Let's see them bark, nigga. Let's see them slap barks, nigga.
So you want you guys' children to fight and not you? I find that exploitive and child abuse. Again, CPS. I don't know. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Every single baby mama, please continue to keep your child away from this nigga. I don't care what anybody else is talking about. Oh, y'all trying to keep, he wants to be a father. Man, keep this weird ass nigga away from them kids.
Huh? Put your son beside my son. Let's see who can hold their fingers up to their motherfucking nose, nigga. Take your son. Catch it, look. My nigga, catch it a little slow. Catch it a little slow and kick dust from that nigga. Pussy.
So this should be used in court for why he should not have custody of the kids. Because apparently y'all didn't use the 5-year-old having blood droppings in her underwear. Y'all didn't use that as enough to take custody away from him. And now the other mother is saying that you weren't feeding you guys' son. And now you want your son to fight another child like he's a fucking dog. Please get the children away from these people. He's like spitting and shit. Now he's just staring at the phone. You're literally looking at yourself. You're not looking at another person. Like, I'm online too, y'all. I look at my face online all the time. I'm looking at myself right now. This is weird.
10 in young nigga, stand up. You worry about the wrong shit. You on Twitch, playing. Having a financial crisis, nigga. Fuck identity crisis, nigga. You want to come at me every day because you need somebody to entertain you so you get some money on. You will never pay it back, nigga. Show me $23 million right now, nigga. Show me $23 million, nigga. Yeah, show me that, nigga. Talking about some boxing. Talking about some DLE. Yeah, but show me 23 million, nigga. Cause you stupid, nigga. Yeah, show me that. Yeah, man. And I heard them bitches eating your ass, and I heard even worse about you.
He's just spitting all over the place. That fucking phone gotta be wet.
Show me 23 million, nigga. Catch it.
Yeah. I don't know why people had babies with him. He's creepy. Like he's really creepy. This is Blueface responding. Blueface says he'll get his oldest son Javon to squabble with NLE after NLE disrespect Krishan Jr. Policia, 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 CPS, Child Protection Services, Black Women Unite, people who actually protect children and don't assault them. Help, help. What the fuck is going on?
I know you thought you came up with a good excuse to decline, but now I'm going against your excuse now, nigga. We can fight at your mama house. You want the kids to fight? My son will whoop your son ass. Dead homies, nigga. For real. So
And they're going to abuse their kids in order to make sure that their kids can fight each other. Brutalization, traumatization into manhood.
he wants kids to fight instead of grown men. So can you whoop his son ass for me?
Yes.
I'll give you 1,000 Robux. Let me see how you beat ass. Let me see. Let me see how you gonna punch him. Oh, damn.
Now I hit him in the nuts.
I know you thought you came up with a...
I'm gonna decline your...
Little boy said he gotta hit him in the nuts. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. Again, when I say everybody shouldn't have kids, everybody shouldn't be parents, I meant it. I meant it, girl. I meant it. All right, let's move on. Okay, so next topic. I don't even want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. I was going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about that. Y'all know that one girl that abused that dog?
People like...
I'm not going to talk about that. I can't deal with people abusing dogs or pets, period. Like, I mean, y'all know I don't like people abusing kids, but like dogs can't even talk. You beating up people that can't even talk back to you? Bitch, I hate you. We're not even going to get into that. But we're, segue. Kim Burrell says she struggles to detach from Diddy and R. Kelly, calls them my brothers from before their crimes were made public, and urges people to stop remembering the bad over and over again. Oh, if a church mother isn't going to do anything, she's going to convince you to forgive your abuser. I mean, listen, the conservative propaganda to ignore abusers and predators in your community and forgive them with a prayer circle, my God, pervasive, isn't it? It shows up all over the place. Everywhere you look, y'all are trying to get us to be okay with PDF files being amongst us, abusers being amongst us. Everywhere you look, y'all are trying to get us to forgive these people so that they can go back to doing it all over again. That's what it seems like to me. Let's listen to Kim Burrell and her wig.
Diddy and Kelly, who are being stars in front of the world, they may have their details and whatever the news or whatever may reveal. They're my brothers.
What are some things that like you continue to want to unlearn for yourself and things that you may want others to unlearn as well?
How to remember the bad. I unlearn how to remember what I have considered to be bad, especially about myself, and to correct
I forget the bad things.
It under the light of God to see.
And now you're going to correct it under the light of God. How are you going to correct something that you're forgetting about? How is that going to happen? How do you correct things you forget about?
How he feels about that. And then hopefully people will learn how to forgive fast. What has really put me...
Why do we need to forgive fast? So that they can hurry up and take advantage of somebody else's ignorances? Why do we need to hurry up and forgive fast? Why? For what?
there. And if I can just be transparent. In the world of music, while they're being stars, people like Diddy and Kelly, who are being stars in front of the world, they may have their details and whatever the news or whatever may reveal. They're my brothers before all of that happens. And I don't know how to detach from my love for them and waiting for a better day. I don't wish to see any punishment continue, especially when a person has already, dealt with the repercussions thereof. I'm not the law. I'm just saying that I want people to unlearn how to remember a bad thing over and over and over again. To remember that when they have committed what has been considered bad, maybe they call it bad or somebody else did, they realize that they're better than that. And I just want the world to remember that people are remembering their bad to live out of it. Who wants to stay in that place all the time? But I've learned how to just kind of embrace it all in one big swing and not judge how people judge me. I have a new saying, and hopefully others will kind of coin it a bit. It's, don't bother hating me because I already love you. People like
Kim Burrell. Shame on you. Like, seriously, shame on you to want everyone to forget and quickly forgive so that people who have not changed can continue to harm people. I don't know what you think praying for a new day. Like, do you think one day you're going to wake up and R. Kelly is not going to be a predator? Do you think one day you're going to wake up and Diddy is not going to be an abusive predator? Do you think that one day you're going to wake up and these people are going to magically be different? I think even that thought process shows that you are flawed in such a deep, profound way. I now questioned whether you yourself have victimized someone. I don't know, Kim Burrell, but whenever people make excuses for predators and abusers in this way, in such a deep, long winded, Jesus God filled way, it feels like you're pouring so much sugar on this shit. I have to wonder if you're also a perpetrator, a predator of some sort, because a lot of the women are predators too. They fuck on kids too, especially in the church. And another thing y'all do is do weird shit by forcing of purity, right? Doing checks of people's nether regions. That was something that used to happen a lot back in the day that I believe is sexual assault, that I believe a lot of DL women would do. They want to make sure that a young woman is clean or that she's pure, she hasn't had sex. So you force the young women to strip down. And so you put your fingers inside of their vagina so that you could check to see if they've had sex. Yeah, that's something. That's something that's happened. And Kim Burrell reminds me of the type of puritanical woman that would push that on other young women. And in fact, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are so many ways to assault people. There are so many ways to subjugate. I mean, this was just really a sick thing to listen to. Kim Burrell, go to hell. Let's move on. Don't make no goddamn sense. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and let's get into, where is it at? Because I think I want to use a screenshot from here, but I want to use the audio from TikTok. Okay. So this here is Reshonda Landfair. Reshonda Landfair is one of the young women who were in the original tapes from the late 90s in the trial of the early 2000s, the very first trial where R. Kelly was acquitted of having CSAM, okay, child pornography, and he filmed it. And the fact that he got away with this back then is crazy, because I don't know why a victim needs to say that they were a victim in order for you to look at a video and see that that's a child and see that that's CSAM and see that he needs to go to jail. Like, I was a child back then, but I saw those videos. I saw there was like an Asian girl too that I don't think anybody has ever like talked about, but there was an Asian girl in one of the tapes and there were two black girls. And I remember one video specifically because he went down on a girl in the studio and you could see some of the plaques on the walls in the background. He had on like a shiny kind of like Versace button down long sleeve shirt. I'll never forget it. And then I won't forget the one where it looked like they were in some type of sauna and the girl was laying there and he literally just kind of peed on her chest. I believe that was Reshona. So yeah, I remember this and I know that this happened and the fact that she then carried guilt because she lied on and said that it wasn't her because she was scared and because she had been groomed. And this is why, I have the attitude that I have a lot of the time because what happens to people when they're being groomed like that is such a mind fuck. It's so hard to see. Like, it's so hard to see the problem. It's so hard to see what's happening to you because the adults around you aren't acting like it's a problem what's happening to you. So how do you know? You're a child. We're gonna get into this. Let me pull up the TikTok, and because we're gonna do some clips on the news story, and I just want to make sure that CBS don't be acting a fool. All right, hold up.
And showing a 14-year-old girl. That girl was Reshona Landfair. She was known as Jane Doe during one of
They're not gonna let me do this. Let me see.
Kelly's trials. Now 41, Landfair spoke with Jerika Duncan in her first television interview about her new book called Who's Watching Shorty?
How does it feel to not be Jane Doe anymore?
It feels very rewarding. It feels very liberating. I really wanted to live in my true skin and my true self.
And your true self today is what?
My true self today is Reshona Landfair.
Reshona Landfair had dreams of becoming a star. In the 90s, she was a child rapper who came from a musical family in Chicago. Her aunt, R&B singer Sparkle, worked with hitmaker R. Kelly and wanted him to meet her talented niece.
You say your aunt told you the next time we're at the studio, you should ask Robert to be your godfather. Aunt Sparkle explained that I should sit on his lap and rub his head while I asked him to be my godfather.
That is the start of him entering into my life in a different way than just being an artist or hanging out at the studio. It became more personable at that moment.
Kelly. So I want to stop right there because Sparkle, I listened to a young lady read like the first chapter of the book and what she explained about Sparkle. And the way Sparkle was the aunt that she was always hanging with. Their entire family was involved in the entertainment industry. She was in a group, and Sparkle was, always on it. You know what I'm saying? Sparkle was hanging around Robert, and she had been around them because, family is a musician. Her dad actually is credited on some of R. Kelly's albums, but never played live with him. Either way, this girl was like very ingratiated in the entertainment industry within itself because her family is in it. She spends a lot of time with Sparkle. Sparkle doesn't want to admit this to herself because I feel like Sparkle didn't think that it would be what it was. You don't think that when you're grooming your young teenage niece to use her feminine wiles in order to get close to a man so that y'all's careers can move forward. She didn't think it would be that. Back in the day, it was very normal for older men to have relationships with teenage girls. It was very normal. It was normal when I was young, which is why I didn't understand what was actually happening on those tapes. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I did not, it was just porn to me. I didn't perceive it the way that it actually was, which is that but that's because I was the same age as her. So of course I don't understand. I'm a child. The fact that there are all these adults that were passing around that fucking tape, nobody wants to deal with how disgusting all of y'all are because y'all should have saw a problem with this. The men at the barbershops, the adults that were passing this video around talking about it, describing her as a fast young girl as you're watching a grown man pee on her chest. Yeah, and to me, it was like you could tell that she was doing whatever he wanted her to do. You could tell that there was a fear there. You could see it in the video. So it's annoying to me that as adults, they did not see that. I can see that now as an adult. I couldn't see it as a child. But Sparkle groomed her niece before her niece even got to him, because they would sit and Sparkle would do her makeup and Sparkle would talk about the men that she had relationships with, right? She was married at some point, but then once she wasn't married anymore, she had a relationship here, a relationship there, a relationship with that guy, relationship with this rich guy, right? Because she's the it girl. So she fucking on all the ballers. And then she coming back and telling her little niece about it. There was even a part in the book where she tells her little niece about how to keep her coochie clean, right? And she tells her a story, not a story, but basically says like, oh, you gotta, it's easier to keep it clean if it doesn't have hair on it. So now you're telling a 14-year-old who is barely probably younger than that, a child that is barely, growing hair down there, you're telling her that it's better if it's not down there. And this reminds me of how the coldest winter ever groomed us. Because that's what that made me think about. The way Sparkle was talking to her reminds me of how we pedestalize women like Winter Santiago in the coldest winter ever. Because she was very much like that. And it's this thing of, oh, the outfit, right? The clothes are name brand. The outfit is on point. The hair is on point. The nails are on point, right? And the coochie is waxed. And that's because you got to be primed and ready for whatever man wants access to you. The way we were all being groomed, and I don't think that anybody really understood the ramifications. I don't think Sparkle knew that her turning her niece on to Robert was going to end up in what actually ended up happening. No, you think a little flirtation, he might fuck her, but at least her career would be, on point. These old niggas going to be trying to fuck her anyway, right? You don't think it's going to end up with women being locked in rooms in the basement of a mansion trying to get out, being forced to pee in buckets in rooms and shit. Like, you don't think it's going to go to that point. But the way you get us in it is the way they glamorize the young hood girl who's fly and who's able to get the guy because she got her coochie waxed and her shit is on point. Those stories, right? So yeah, Sparkle definitely has a responsibility in this that I think she refuses to see. And she did call Child Protective Services when she did notice that something was going on. And that's why I said I don't feel like she thought it would go the way it went. She thought a little flirtation would not hurt, especially probably because R. Kelly probably said something to her that made her know that this is what would work on him in order to push your career forward. Because everybody's trying to become famous. Everybody's trying to get on right now. And R. Kelly still being in Chicago and being as big as he was meant access to a star. And so I do feel like I do want to add some grace in there for Sparkle, because at the time, this was normal, for one. For two, I don't think she actually thought that it would end up the way it did. But she did impress upon her to sit on his lap, rub his head, and ask him to be your godfather, which was completely ridiculous and should not have been done from the very beginning. But it is how young girls are taught to use their looks and their sexuality to push themselves forward, being taught this by older people. But y'all will blame the girls and call them fast and say that they derived at being fast all on their own, and not because the adults around them were not grooming them for it. I'm going to let her continue.
He agreed to be her godfather, but soon after, when she was around 13, Landfair says he began grooming her and touching her inappropriately. At one point, her Aunt Sparkle suspected something wasn't right and called social services.
Why don't you think anyone believed your Aunt Sparkle when she first raised a red flag about a possible inappropriate relationship?
I don't think they believed her because there were no obvious signs of what was actually taking place.
You say it was a couple of weeks before your 17th birthday. You say, Robert told me the copies of one of the sex tapes of 14-year-old me were beginning to be sold on the streets of Chicago and across the country.
I was empty. I was very hollow inside. I was very confused.
According to Landfair, after the 2001 leaked tape, Kelly told her parents that he was in love with their daughter.
It was
And that was a way saying, and that's another thing. We always talk about men using love as a tool of manipulation. And if you're paying attention to the way most men are socialized, you would know that most of them don't actually know what love is for real. This is an example of that. He used that as a tool to make y'all think that he had affection for her, which means he wasn't taking advantage of her the way y'all think that he was taking advantage of her, because it's totally different, right? Think about it. If an older man has sex with a younger girl and just fucks her and throws her away, then you're a dirty old man that likes to have sex with young women. But if they fall in love, there's a romantic story there. Now we can act as if there's an affection and he actually cares about her and she's just young. But that doesn't mean that they can't love each other. Do we now see how you can romanticize that into ignoring the fact that a child is still a child and she does not understand? He's an adult. He does understand. There's still a different thing happening there. But the romanticization of it, making it seem as if you love one, is now the deciding factor in whether somebody wants to call the police on you or not.
Very complicated. My dad wanted to make the right decision, and he was not okay with anything that took place. I was more under Robert's brainwash. He utilized me against my parents, making threats of suicide and doing different things out of desperation to convince them to not turn on him.
In 2008, roughly 6 years after being charged with child pornography, Kelly was acquitted. Landfair would later say she lied to a grand jury when she testified that the young girl on the sex tape was not her.
Why not tell the truth when there was finally a trial after 6 years?
That's one of my biggest regrets, not telling the truth.
But the 2019 Lifetime docuseries, Surviving R. Kelly, changed everything.
The spirit of conviction came over me during that moment.
Because of that docuseries?
Yes. Somehow I felt responsible that he was able to hurt so many more people. During the time, I thought maybe these were just sexual fetishes that he had with me. Maybe this was just abuse I was going through. But when I saw that he was allowed to hurt so many people because I lied, that did not sit well with me as an adult.
And there were so many adults around that saw all of it, and still the child carries the guilt.
As a woman.
In 2022, R. Kelly stood trial in Chicago for sex crimes. Landfair testified Kelly was found guilty. In her memoir, Landfair writes directly to survivors and reminds herself that she deserves grace.
Embrace this next chapter in your journey with anticipation that God will plant new dreams in the fertile soil of your heart. Love you times infinity, Reshona.
How proud are you of yourself?
I'm very proud of myself. I've come a long way. A lot of cold nights. But I'm here.
And what she said.
Good for you, sis. Good for you. You don't carry that shame. You were a fucking child. People are disgusting. They don't protect kids and they care more about celebrities than they do about children, and it's fucking sick. Let's see. This was another clip I saw.
2019, Surviving R. Kelly airs. Did you see all 6? It's a 6-part series. Did you see all of it?
I don't know if I saw all of it, but I saw enough.
And you thought?
That was the spirit of conviction came over me during that moment.
And when you say the spirit of conviction, what do you mean by that?
Somehow I felt responsible that he was able to hurt so many more people. During the time, I thought maybe these were just sexual fetishes that he had with.
Hold up, I want to see, because we heard this part. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like a clip we hadn't heard.
Fighting for my life.
Oh, here you
that same
go.
year, Gayle King sat down with him and the 2 women he was in a relationship with at the time. Did you happen to see that?
I did.
I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I gave out 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career.
That was very normal for him to have that type of response. And when I heard those girls speak, I knew exactly who was talking through them. I knew exactly what mission they had, the convincing, the firmness, everything that I had been trained and groomed to do. I read right in between that. And in that moment, I did not feel sorry for him at all. I felt like, you still don't get it.
January 3rd, 20.
Yeah, y'all. I'm definitely gonna read her book, and I'll come to y'all and talk to y'all about it as I get through it. Cause I just finished Demi Moore's book, so I got some space. I got some time to get into another book. Okay. Now, let's get into some political shit right quick, y'all. I really do want to comment on the Grammys and Jelly Roll. Now, I'ma tell y'all the difference a fat nigga makes. Okay? When he was fat, it was like he was a good guy. Even though he looks like a redneck hick. But when he was fat and he was singing all soulful and shit, everybody was like, okay, all right. And then he went and lost the weight. Okay, look at him with the MAGA people. All right. He's an artist, a philanthropist. He's a fentanyl crisis survivor. Okay, so you're a dope fiend. Got it. That's why you were so big. You know, that dope will get you big. And now you're up there at the Grammys telling everybody that Jesus is for everybody. And I instantly felt a way about that. I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't want to hear white people telling me about Jesus. I just don't. I know y'all may want that. Y'all might be cool with that. I don't want to hear anything about Jesus from white people. Okay. And then, hold up. So Jelly Roll was on the Grammys, talked about Jesus. Then after the fact said he knows nothing about politics. And as we saw, he knew enough about politics to be speaking on behalf of the fentanyl crisis and then being in cahoots with some of Trump's cabinet. That was JFK, with the frog in his throat and shit. So yeah, you're full of shit. You're a hick. You're a redneck. You used to do drugs. You used to be poor. Yeah, that tells me that you're definitely probably MAGA. Most of the people that fit that demographic are MAGA. I'm always surprised when I see a redneck with sense. I'm like, oh my God, you've actually been paying attention, because everybody else is just swirling around in their hatred of everybody else and their pedestalizing of whiteness to make them feel whole when they're never going to feel whole, girl. You can't feel whole about something that's not real. Whiteness is not real. It's not real, y'all. And then, okay, so that made me feel like, okay, I'm glad that I wasn't listening to that, to that white boy sing. All them tattoos on his face and shit. I don't trust nothing he's saying. I don't trust nothing he's saying. You look abusive. You look like everything they say about, poor white trash. You look like whatever they say about him. That's what you look like. And I'm going to bet that that's exactly who you are. I don't care how you got up there and apologized thereafter. You creep me out. Them tattoos on your face. Okay? We can agree to disagree, because Jelly Roll's speech made me tear up. What were you emotional about? What were you emotional about? Because I was just about to brush over it. But, because you do know that people use the things that they've gone through to manipulate the crowd, right? You do know that, right? Like, people will say all of the things that they've gone through as a way. They'll like throw every single thing that they've ever been through in life. They'll throw it at you all at once because they want you to feel bad for them, right? Once you feel bad for them, then you won't care about the fucked up things they say or do. Let me find it. Hold up. Was it the Jesus part? Did you tear up because it was the Jesus part? Yeah, this is why I talk to y'all about religion, because y'all tend to allow for that to cloud your judgment, right? If somebody is not safe for you because they align with people that are trying to destroy your species, if you're a black woman, these motherfuckers are trying to destroy your species, okay? all of the laws they put in, everything that they're trying to do, Project 2025, Project 2026, is all about destroying Black women in any type of power that they can have. Yeah, them other ones too, but mostly us. Right? So I need for y'all to be very clear that religion is always being used as a tool to emotionally manipulate you. And you cannot trust Jesus being, you cannot. Listen to me. White people gave you that religion, ma'am. You cannot believe what they say as it pertains to spirituality. You cannot.
People shouldn't care to hear my opinion.
Hold up. I'm just being real with you, baby. I gotta tell you the truth now.
Man. You know, I'm a dumb redneck. I haven't watched enough. I didn't have a phone for 18 months.
Now he's a dumb redneck. Now he ain't had a phone. And I just showed you clips of him being very much involved in knowing what the fuck was going on. Fentanyl crises, sitting up there on the C-SAM. I'm sorry, on the C-SPAN. Sitting up there on C-SPAN. Talking to committees of the government. He knows exactly what the fuck is going on. Now he's about to play into the fact that he's a dumb redneck so that we won't believe that he's actually MAGA, because that's not good for soulful singers for them to be MAGA. That's not good for them.
I've had one for 4 months and don't have social media. I hate to be the artist ecstatic, aloof, but I've come so disconnected from what's happening, and I'm just not a...
And yes, that's another thing. Thank you, Crystal. He was pontificating about Jesus while supporting an administration that wants to exterminate us. And it's not just that. It's what he said about Jesus is for everybody. When he said Jesus is for everybody, that means that, oh, we should be joining together. The right side and the left side should be joining together because we all love Jesus and Jesus is for everybody, right? And I want you to understand, because I'm tired of y'all acting like, oh, why can't people just have their difference in opinion? Why can't they have a difference? Because the right is trying to eat the left. That's why, bitch. We can't be friends if you're trying to eat me. You see what I'm saying? Y'all always want to act like this is a difference of opinion. This is not about a difference of opinion. And it's so exhausting to see Black women specifically on the internet defending, and not you specifically, baby, but I'm talking about like people that defend Nicki Minaj and all of that. There is this, oh, it's a difference of opinion. This is not about a difference of opinion. These people are evil. Like, I don't understand. Like, these people are evil. These people are allegedly eating the intestines of fucking babies. Nicki Minaj is up there talking about protecting the children from trans surgeries that aren't happening. Newsflash, everybody. Children are not having trans surgeries. They're not. They're not, y'all. They're not. It's not happening here, for real. At large, children are not getting their genitals cut off for to be trans. They're doing it in other countries. They cut girls' clitorises off. Y'all don't care about that though. But it's crazy to me. An administration that is connected to a cabal of people that like to fuck kids. You're okay with supporting that side of things, that perspective of things. But you want to sit up here and act like you care about kids when it comes to the trans situation? When it comes to gay shit, y'all care about kids. But whenever we talk about the alleged straight people that are doing shit to kids, now all of a sudden you don't care. That's why these hierarchies are bullshit, y'all. That's why you can't feel like a person is good just because they're straight and they're bad just because they're gay. Because then you ignore that they use those things to pull a wool over your eyes while they're eating fucking babies. I'm going to let him finish though.
I grew up in a house of like insane pandemonium and like I didn't even know politics were real until I was in my mid-20s in jail.
You're a liar. You're a liar. White people grow up very much being aware of politics because it's always America first and red and fucking red, white, and blue and flags and July 4th. Y'all know about politics, especially because one of the main things that y'all love to argue with people about are like, gay shit and abortions.
Like, that's how disconnected. When you grow up in a drug addict household, you think we like have common calls about what's happening in world politics? Like, we're just trying to find a way to survive, man, And I have a lot to say about it, and I'm going to in the next week, and everybody's going to hear exactly what I have to say about it in the most loud and clear way I've ever spoken in my life. So I look forward to it. People should.
Yeah, I don't know. But I don't like him. He makes me feel uncomfortable. And again, anytime white people are telling me about Jesus, I cringe. Okay, maybe my ancestors are speaking through me. Okay, maybe my ancestors don't like hearing about spirituality from people that use it to abuse people. Maybe that's what it is. And then on top of that, we had these folks: Sexy Red, Nicki Minaj, Amber Rose, Michael Blackson, Tristan Thompson, Mike Tyson, Asmani Garcia, and more attending the wedding of President Trump's advisor, Alec Brucewitz. And like I said on Instagram, the first sign that somebody's career is in a garbage can is performing at white people's family functions. Okay? I'm not going to play the music because it's a whole bunch of get it sexy and stuff. All right. Yes, conservative propaganda. Yes, you are now imprisoned in a marriage with a conservative man under the Trump administration. Sounds very dangerous. Sounds very, very dangerous. Sounds like waking up in the middle of the night and not knowing why your ass is sore. Oh my God, he's my husband. It's not rape. And Sexy Red, oh my God, I have to pay my bills. I don't care about anything. Y'all know Sexy Red is like the perfect example. Like, if you put it in the chat GPT to make you a conservative hood ghetto girl, then Sexy Red would show up. They're conservative because they're stupid. They think that Trump is something to be, Trump represents money to them, and having money means having everything because they grew up not having anything. So people that have a lot of money or represent a lot of power always seem like they're bright and shiny to people like, Sexy Red and them. They have no integrity. They weren't raised to have any integrity. They're weirdos. Okay. So I don't listen to Sexy Red. I don't like Sexy Red. I already knew she was a Trump supporter. I don't care that she's performing at MAGA weddings. I don't care about any of these people that are at this wedding, to tell you the truth. But I already don't support them. Nicki Minaj is there. Nicki looks a little weird. I think it's very interesting for y'all to not realize how these people view you as like tokens. These people use you as something to like entertain them, but they don't genuinely give a fuck, and they won't actually protect you from anything. And they often tell y'all they're going to help y'all in some type of way and renege, unless it means releasing a sex offender out into the public to harm more people. They love to do that. Right? Like Kodak Black and 6ix9ine and, any other man, a rapper that was accused of assault and ended up in jail or some shit like that. Yeah. They'll let those guys free and then use them later on to infiltrate the Black community. Just like Jeffrey Epstein and, all of the people connected to him have been influencing the Republicans in conservative propaganda for years now. Y'all didn't even realize it. But all of that shit that they promote now, all of that shit that means not really protecting kids. Y'all, the things y'all think about that are protecting kids, all of that homophobia, none of that is about actually protecting kids. The stuff that actually protects kids, y'all don't care about and y'all vote against. Like having sex education in school so that kids can understand their bodies in sex, instead of going into the situation ignorant of it, not understanding what sex is, meaning that when somebody comes along and wants to harm them, they don't know what the fuck is going on. Talking about we playing house. No, you were being assaulted, but you didn't know because your mom is religious and didn't want you to know about sex. These things happened already. I don't know why we're not learning from them. Amber Rose is just a pay to play player out here. She's an NPC. She's here to agitate. She's here to be a contrarian. She's here to get her money and be used as a sex doll by MAGA. That's her business. I don't care. Michael Blackson is a praying mantis despicably unattractive man, and his ugliness has him over there partying with the likes of people that seek to destroy him. They find y'all disgusting. I know y'all think that they like y'all, and I know that y'all think, oh, I'm just going to be able to get their money and run. You're gross. You're really, really gross. But we know Michael Blackson, is anti-black. Michael Blackson is trying to wash his line. Michael Blackson feels like he's ugly because he's black. So he's been trying to have babies with as many, racially ambiguous BIPOC women as possible so that his kids are no longer, dark-skinned and black and ugly like him. That's what he's doing, just so that we're clear. Tristan's voice being as high as it is always told me the story I needed to know. It's not even that he was fucking with white women, because that's not the point. Listen to his voice. Tells you everything you need to know. Mike Tyson is a convicted rapist, abuser who y'all have allowed to baby talk y'all into forgetting about his past. He also still tried to fuck Remy Ma without asking her, but asking Fat Joe. And that was after he went to jail for rape. So I don't really think that, he's changed much. But, they gotta, when they become old men, they gotta stop doing the shit that they used to be doing. So yeah, I don't have high hopes for any of these people. And there's always, some weird Latinas that love anti-blackness and, pro-white shit. There's always that. Okay. Let's see. Oh, let's go to I'm gonna let do I want hold up, y'all. I'm trying to see where do I want to go next. This story is crazy to me, and I do want to touch on this, but I'm trying to see if there's anything else about the Epstein shit that I want to talk about. Just that the more I read of the Epstein files, that's what I wanted to talk about. These niggas. Okay. So let's read what the people are saying. Okay. Neighbors, this is crazy. Jay-Z and Pusha T are the latest celebrities to be named. Hold up, y'all. I gotta see myself because I can't see. I can't see. Hold up. I can't see from all over. Hold on. Let me copy. Give me this tab again. Copy this tab. I want this tab. I just need to be able to see it closer, y'all. Just give me 1 second. Can y'all like the video? Can y'all show a bit some love and like the video? Like the video, like the video, like the video, like the video. Okay. Bitch is blind. Do you hear me? Glasses are on. Bitch is still blind. I'm doing the best I can. Let's get into it. Okay. Pusha T, Jay-Z. In the newest release of documents, you can see Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z, listed on the Department of Justice website if you conduct an Epstein file search. According to the document, in 1996, a victim claimed she was abducted from her home by a man and remembers waking up in a room with Harvey Weinstein and Jay-Z. This was in 1996. A lot of people don't believe this because this is like the first year that Jay-Z put out an album. So this was like very early on in his career. However, everybody forgets that Jay-Z is notably he was a drug dealer. He was a big drug dealer from what he says, right? He said he was a big drug dealer. Do you know how people like that meet big drug dealers? Because they buy drugs. So that's not a good enough reason for me, right? Y'all know I don't want to believe this because I love me some Jay-Z, but I'm not like weird. So if you're in them files, I'm willing to believe you did whatever them people said you did. But this was somebody calling into a tip about him. So we don't know if it's true or not. The lady could have been lying. We don't know if it's actually factual. It has not been proven, but it is in fact in the files. Okay. Let's see. In 1996, a victim claimed she was abducted from her home by a man and remembers waking up in a room with Harvey Weinstein and Jay-Z. The document goes on to mention Weinstein allegedly sticking his fingers in the victim, but there is no additional mention of Jay-Z's involvement in that incident. And who knows if she even recognized Jay-Z, accurately. Like, how do we know that it was actually him? Do you know it was him or did he look like him? Okay. Pusha T, on the other hand, was identified as a handler. In 2007, according to the document, the victim also claimed that in 2006, she was at a party with Harvey Weinstein and Pusha T, and that Pusha T allegedly drugged her. What are your thoughts on this? I can absolutely believe that. I don't know Pusha T, and to be honest, Pusha T has been trying to be like mainstream for a long time, and I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like this is the biggest that this is the most I've ever heard about Pusha T in these last couple of years. That last album they just came out with, the last time we heard a lot about him was when him and Drake was going back and forth. And it still wasn't on the scale of what he has grown to now with this last album that came out. So yeah, I can believe that there are people in the industry that get girls for certain people, that are tasked with getting girls for certain people. You want this to happen? Okay, I'm gonna need for you to get me a girl. You don't have to do it, but I'm gonna need for you to get me a girl. That way I can prove that you know what's going on. You're also liable, so that if you ever decide to tell on me, I can always bring up the fact that you procured a girl at this time. You know, and some of them actually are into the same creep shit that these white men are into, first of all, obviously, right? We don't know if it's true, but this is what it's saying. Now, I thought it was very, very interesting. Hold up. I thought it was interesting that Tasha K went and pulled this shit. Because I was just like, not you finding actual video of these niggas together that could make us believe that they would have known each other. You know what I'm saying? Like,
in your thoughts on Donald Trump and what it means for what it means for mass incarceration.
You know what? This is a labor of love for Jay, and as a result, he's my friend. We're here to talk about that and nothing else.
Then can I ask you about mass incarceration?
So this is 2017. This was your friend in 2017?
And do you think the movement is okay? Charles the mother.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Y'all, I love Jay-Z. I do. And I don't want this shit. Like, because he's one of the only rappers that he is aged in his music. I was just talking about how Juvenile came out with a new song, and I was listening to it like, Juvenile, you too old for this shit. What is this? Like, I don't want to hear about you dick pumping on anybody, old ass nigga. Like, write something else. Jay-Z is one of them people that has been able to write as an older man in a way that I really, really can appreciate. Right? So I really love this nigga, bruh. And I'm like, I'm sorry, bruh, but this is not good. And I remember who you were back in the day. Like, everybody forgets that Beyonce and them kids, you know, had a softening effect on Jigga Man. But back in the day, like, Jay-Z was just as disrespectful and fucked up as any of these other niggas. I believe whatever Maya says. When Maya came out on Vlad and talked about how Jay-Z tried to fuck up her career because she didn't want to fuck with him, please understand how I believe everything that lady said. When Eve told us about how he called her to tell her don't get her hopes up that she would go #1 on her first album, that was some hater ass shit. I'm just saying. I've heard enough stories about Jay-Z from back in the day that let me know Jay liked to play mind games with people. Jay liked to play with people. And you friends with these fucking weirdos? Yeah, my nigga, like, I could absolutely see you doing all of the shit that you're accused of doing. Let's not forget, he was accused of fucking with like a 13-year-old in that Diddy shit, and all of that was able to be thrown out because it's so hard to prove stuff like that. Not because we know for a fact that it never happened, but because it's so hard to prove stuff like that. People do get dates and times mixed up, especially if they've been drugged. So yeah, especially when you go back and look at how old Beyonce was when they first started dating, how she talks about their relationship. All of that is enough for me to not completely dispel everything that's being said. And why couldn't Jay-Z answer a question about Donald Trump running for president? Somebody that was talking about throwing the Central Park 5 in the jail and how they deserve to be there, and you're doing prison reform, and somebody that was trying to push to put black people behind bars with no real evidence of what happened, and people really didn't do the shit that they said that they did. He's one of the main people that wanted them boys to go to jail for life behind some shit that he was doing, which is crazy to me. You're the one assaulting women, allegedly. Okay. I mean, not really allegedly. You paid out a civil suit against a woman that accused him of assault. So there's that. For everybody that be trying to act like they don't know what the fuck going on. What was AI? It was reported that was AI. What was AI, y'all? You gotta talk in complete sentences for me. But yeah, this shit is wild. Like, why you couldn't answer a question about, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's all very weird, okay? Like I said, Jay-Z is my fave, so I don't want it to be true. But I also don't have high hopes for people that become that powerful. I just don't. I don't have high hopes for them. To me, it always seems like they probably did whatever the fuck them people said that they did. Okay? All right, let's move on. Cause I think that's all I really wanted to talk about from that shit. All right. Let's get into this. Cam Newton. Ooh, I had to block somebody on my Instagram that was going back and forth with me about being platonic friends with women. And apparently, like, a lot of men feel like they don't want to be friends with women because women ask them to do things. And anytime a woman asks them to do something, instead of just saying no, they want to do it, but they want the woman to pay them with sex. So they don't want to be friends with women because then they don't want to have to do things for a woman without getting sex in return for it. Great. Hold up. I want to make sure those are from reports that was told through a hotline but never researched or investigated. Yes, that's what I said about how we didn't know if it was true. I said that. I'm looking for the part where somebody said something was AI. What was AI? Apparently, Norman Frankenstein told them to get the fuck on about that man, saying he would want to put hands on him, but didn't report anything to the authorities. But hey, I'm waiting on somebody to tell me what was AI before I move on. If Cam don't get his Eclectica built at, let me see. Do they use the same logic with their male friends? Hello, that's the same thing I said. And they said that their male friends pay them. I'm like, so women have never offered to pay? And then the man said, but I don't want no money from a woman. I want coochie. Blocked. I wish Cam would stop talking. No, for real. The article on Jay-Z. What article on Jay-Z? What article are you talking about? That he was in, you talking about that he was in the files at all? Is that what you mean? If we're gonna be the Jay-Z clip. Oh, so he wasn't really, are y'all saying that he wasn't really with Harvey Weinstein? Is that what y'all saying? That was AI? That video was AI? Damn. What you just read. Oh, okay. So not the video, but the story about Jay-Z being in the files. That is AI. Okay. 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 Let's see. Yeah, no, I want them to keep talking. I love that they expose themselves because a lot of times they don't know what the fuck they're saying. But yeah, I'm just gonna say that we can say, but in the article, I'll go back to the article for a second because hold up, where'd it go? Here it is. You said that this was AI, but it's on the Doge website. So this is why we need regulation of AI to get out of control. Yeah, I don't know. People say that it's AI, but I don't know if it actually is. And I'm not gonna lie, I have not gone on the DOJ's website to search through the Epstein files. I have not, because I don't want to get into it. I don't want to read it. To be honest, I already know what people are capable of. Whatever them people said they did, like a lot of times they are capable of that. How is that AI when it came out years ago? That's not a new story. Yeah, I don't. It's Trump's DOJ. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that it's AI. I don't know how this would be AI. I don't believe that it's AI. This article right here that says it's from Doge website, I don't believe that this is AI. I don't. I don't know if the stories are credible because it has not been proven. I'll say that again. It is still up in the air. What I am saying is that what we know about these men is that you can't put anything past anybody. And I'll leave it at that. And where was I going next? Cam. Let's get back to Cam.
Any platonic relationships in your life right now? With a woman? Yeah. No. Is that by choice? I'm not about to be around no woman platonically. Listen. We gotta unpack this, Cam. Why? Because I'm not about to play them type of games. Is it self-control? Call it what you want. I'm asking. Call it, it may be self-control. I'm asking. If she fine, I'm not about to have her around playing like I don't think that she's attractive. Is it possible to think someone's attractive and still behave yourself? Yes! Do you have control of them?
Why is he screaming? Why is Cam screaming? What is wrong with him?
Thoughts? Yes, but I'm not about to play them games. What game is it? The game of saying, hey, we not about to be friends. I don't have good-looking women that's friends around me. So no. Just all the do you have any ugly ones? I gotta ask. I don't even have women friends, bro. Respectfully. Why? I understand you saying you're not finna play this game, but Cam, you're a smart man. I'm gonna need you to go deeper than that. Yeah, we're gonna go deeper. I know me. Okay? I know me. And what that mean? That means if I'm around a woman long enough, I'm going to find something good in her that attracts me. Okay, and when you're attractive, what then happens? When you're attracted, what then happens? Sex. Oh, God damn.
So automatically, if you're attracted to a woman, that means that you get access to sex with her every single time. So that means that women never turn you down, or they're not allowed to turn you down. This is very problematic. If you are a man, if you know men, y'all, they have to have friendships with women in order for them to be humans. If they don't have friendships with women, please stay away from them. Please stay away from them. I would even tell you to stay away from men that hang in large groups. Men that hang in groups all the time, I would tell you to be weary of them niggas. I'm sorry to say it. I know it's going to be somebody out here, my nigga, girl, I don't know you. I don't know you personally. I don't know your nigga. You could be absolutely right. I could be absolutely wrong. But I'm telling y'all right now, my experience is that normally whenever it's a guy that doesn't have any female friends, or a guy that is around mostly like a large group of men, not just one or two homeboys that he real tight with, but a group, those groups of men are protecting secrets. Those groups of men have done fucked up shit together. Those groups of men cannot be trusted when you are a woman in their midst. And it's not that they will always do something to you, but they will lie to you. They will hold the truth from you in a way that feels like you're friends with them, you're cool with them, but they know something that you don't know. And a lot of the times that might get you in a fucked up situation. So when Cam is talking about not having any friendships with women because he can't be trusted to not have sex with them, that shows a lot about his arrested development. That shows a lot about the fact that he doesn't have any self-control. That tells a lot about whatever type of relationship that he is in with Jazzy. Whenever a man only views women as sexual objects, right? If you're not my mama, you're a sexual object for me to fuck on. Yeah. That means you don't see us as humans. I know people don't like to come to terms with that. Women, I need for us to stop feeling like it's the best thing in the world if a man finds us attractive. We need to get past that. You need to look in the mirror and think that you are attractive all on your own. But the idea that a man being turned on by you or something like that being a plus or making you more valuable, it does not. It does not. Because look at the way they can be attracted to you simply by being around you, and then that means they get to have sex with you. And this is what they think. This is why every woman standing next to another man is a hoe, because they don't understand that there are men out there that are not fucking women against their will. They don't understand that there are women out there that don't want to have sex with every man that wants to have sex with her. A lot of men don't get that. They really do think that because they want every woman that wants them, women want every man that wants them. That's not true. That's not true. And y'all don't even want every woman that y'all have sex with. Y'all do it because y'all are like literally groomed to be sex addicts, especially young black boys. Through the porn and all of that, y'all are groomed to be sex addicts. Y'all are groomed and told that y'all don't have to be connected emotionally to the sex that you have. Because of that, y'all go through y'all life just giving out dick like it's Tic Tacs or something. Y'all don't even share food the way y'all share y'all dick with people. It's odd. It's odd. And to me, it shows a lack of self-respect. Not just self-control, but self-respect. You have a lack of self-respect. You act like you respect yourself because you push everybody else down to make yourself feel good. But that's another signifier that you don't actually feel good about yourself, because if you did genuinely love and respect yourself, you wouldn't have to disrespect other people to feel better about yourself. When you understand that most men, a lot of men, think like this, you then understand how many of them are pretending to have this bravado that they don't really have. They're pretending to have self-esteem and ego and all of that, but really they're insecure as fuck. Once you see that, oh my God, it's so hard to be attracted because you can just see them. Like, that's why I don't understand. A man put $1 million. Man, I've been around niggas with money my entire life. It has never made my pussy thump. I hate to speak in such, crass terms, but money has never been like the deciding factor for me in men. So, cause men like Cam think that their money is what like makes them irresistible to women. No, I can get my own money, and I'm not that money hungry. So no, thank you. What else? You don't have a good personality. You might look good, but beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And if your attitude and your energy is fucked up, then however you look physically is not good enough. I'm not 17, right? Like, I think when we were teenagers, it was harder to not be attracted to people who are physically attractive, but who you find have terrible personalities that you don't really jive with. At this age, child, I wish I could be attracted to people just because of how they look. Your mind is literally the most attractive thing about you. It is what it is. So men like Cam are not attractive to me at all. At all. Because of the way he thinks. You need women friends. You need to stop viewing women as things to fuck. And then y'all, women are not always victims. Yeah, but women are always being viewed like this. Women may not always be victims. Women may not always be innocent of every crime in the world. But women are often being seen as something to prey upon, something to fuck, something to devalue by fucking. That's why I have the perspective that I have. That's why. All right, in case anybody was wondering. And now I'm going to, because we talked about all of the things I really wanted to talk about. So these last two stories, 3 maybe, I think 2. All right. So TMZ receives y'all, this is crazy. This story is crazy to me. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. TMZ receives an unverified ransom note demanding significant amount for the return of Today anchor Savannah Guthrie's mother. So somebody kidnapped this lady's mama? I have no idea what's going on in white people's news. Let's listen.
We got something in our email that looks like it's written like a ransom note for Savannah Guthrie's mother.
Specific request
and they're very
for certain amounts of money,
very specific.
Bitcoin.
And also they say at the bottom there are certain things they're saying about what she was wearing and damage to the house.
That they're clearly saying to verify that
it's us.
We know what we're talking about here.
So we've contacted the Sheriff's Department, and we want to get them this letter and we had a little trouble getting through to the right.
Oh, Harvey here. He's another one I heard about was in the Epstein files. Also not surprising.
Right person, but the person we spoke with is now forwarding this to somebody in the detective bureau. So if my phone rings, I may have to stop. And so we got something in our email that looks like a it's written.
Okay, so a ransom note was sent to TMZ. A new development has emerged in the search for Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy Guthrie. While the case has been labeled an abduction since she vanished from her Tucson area home on Sunday, TMZ is now reporting that they received an alleged ransom note demanding payment for her release. The note reportedly demands a substantial amount of Bitcoin in the millions, with a deadline attached. The sender also included details to prove they have her, describing an item that was damaged at her home and mentioning her clothing. My God, on today. Why is this being sent to TMZ? What the fuck is going on? This is weird. This story is so weird. I have no idea what's going on, why they would abduct this lady's mama. Who could possibly have abducted this lady's mama? But I know they're smart enough to want Bitcoin. I haven't heard of a ransom going, national like this in a long time. This is very weird. I will be keeping my eye on this story, y'all. Okay? And then let's see. Lastly, where was that last one? Keke Palmer, y'all. We're always dragging Keke Palmer these days, and I felt like this might be an opportunity to not drag her. Let's take a listen.
Keke, yeah, do you want the steak? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And so do you want kids?
I could be open, but one thing I need you to know is that I never want to live together.
You're so quick. Should I take it personally? Okay, Keke, yeah, do you want the steak? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And so do you want kids?
I could be open, but one thing I need you to know is that I never want to live together.
You're so...
I just feel like, Whoopi Goldberg said it best once. She was like, I don't want nobody in my house.
Yeah.
Wait.
Time out. You're for real right now?
I'm
She's
serious.
for real. So what about,
marry even.
So you're married?
He's gonna live around the corner?
Two
around
houses.
the corner would be great.
What about a guest house? Would you let him live in the guest house?
He can be the guest house. I just feel like, Whoopi Goldberg said it best.
Don't do a guest house. Don't do a guest house. Tell him buy the property next door or around the corner or live somewhere else if you don't want to live with him. And I keep telling y'all, I really do think that people need to lean more to that as we progress in our society and we're deconstructing a lot of the ways in which we've been groomed to think. I do feel like we need to get more into people not living together all the time. Okay? It's unnecessary.
She was like, I don't want nobody in my house.
Yeah.
Wait.
Time out. You
can be the guest house. You know what I'm saying? We can be on the same, land, but I'm over there and he's over there.
Yeah.
At best, separate rooms.
Okay.
So what about, you go to the bathroom, you have the two toothbrushes? No, so he can mess my bathroom.
Is that your hot take? So if
he can be the guest, but think about how fun it would be to be like, I'm going over to my man's house.
Yeah.
Over there.
You know what? It keeps things right.
It's fun and exciting. I want to go sit on his couch.
And he better clean when you're coming over.
That's what I'm saying. But think about.
Yes. And I tell y'all this all the time. I totally agree. I think it would be so much better for relationships because people would be together because they were planning something, because there was effort, there was thought being put into it. A man would have to curate his own space instead of you curating it for him. He would have to clean up his own house, right? Like there is a level of you would have to be on your own, I would have to be on my own, and we would enjoy each other. But that doesn't mean that I have to be a mother to you and I now have to let you come into my space and dirty it up. Because I'm telling y'all right now, eventually me and this nigga are gonna have different rooms or something. We like sleeping together. But girl, we at some point it needs to be, we already have 2 different bathrooms. I told you. We don't use the same bathroom no more. That has been, I have enjoyed that we don't use the same bathroom to shower and brush our teeth in anymore. And that way, if the shit is dirty, it's my responsibility. I'll clean it up. And if it's his, I help him sometimes because I'm home more than him. But that bathroom is his responsibility. Don't ask me. There's a room over here that he have all his shit in. Like, this is my studio. That room over there got all his shit in it. That's his room. He got to clean that up. That's on him. But when I tell y'all, I think that people having their own personal space and being able to like decorate in a way that they want to, that is reflective of them, I do feel like we need to get back to people being able to be individuals, because y'all, no. And because I think it allows for men to be so fucking lazy, and men can be so trifling and so lazy and so dirty because they live with a woman that's going to be cleaning everything and making sure that everything is nice and comfortable. I told y'all about how this nigga don't like to leave the house because of how comfortable I make my house, right? Yeah, he would have to create that for himself somewhere. If we would like, child, if I was being born 30 years from 2010, 15, bitch, if I was born this year, before we did all of this shit, you know what I'm saying? Look, I love him though. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I love him. I like him a lot. But I do wish sometimes that he wasn't here dirtying shit up. Not gonna lie. We already have separate closets. That goes without saying. That's the first thing that fuck we got same closet. Nigga, please. I could barely fit all my clothes in here. Okay, he got big ass clothes. He can't fit his big ass child. Listen. All I know is I'll be married tomorrow. I'm married today, bitch. I will be married tomorrow. Okay. Bree, thank you so much for the super chat. Most men are really psychopaths and sociopaths when you think about it. Something is really wrong with them on many levels. Cause that nigga was really in my comments talking to me like he is, girl, like just talking like he didn't realize how crazy it was for him to be saying the shit he was saying in my comments. I had to block him. He was in the live acting like he ain't know. Oh, that's so cute. You look pretty. Thank you, Tall Fam 86. Y'all, the super stickers are finally showing up. That's cute. Thank you. I love that. And thank you, Queso, for the super chat. Thank you so much. And thank you for anybody else that sent me a Cash App or purchased my merch. Thank y'all. We're actually working on tumblers. That'll be next. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Thank y'all for coming through. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me. Follow me on BondyBlue Bites. Follow me on Instagram. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with my TikTok. But follow me on Instagram and follow BondyBlue Bites on YouTube. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye, girl.